bring it in here. Then we gotta go run to O'Reilly's for some copper spray gasket and some air. We're gonna close that shed. Can't forget this, I'm gonna be needing this too. All right, let's go ahead and head to O'Reilly's real quick. About how many times a weekend do y'all go to the auto parts store? Man, I can't even turn my neck around, bruh. It's so stiff. I go to the auto parts store about 10 times a weekend, if I'm lucky. Alright, y'all, I'ma holler at y'all when I get to O'Reilly's. Let's see how this thing does with acceleration. Look like it didn't move too much. Alright, later.
Damn, Jake, you find everything you need?
Shit, man, you already know. Back by the house. Let's see if I can get the keyless entry to work for this thing. Let me pop some new batteries in there. Oh, Dumbo, it ain't gonna work. The damn battery's sitting right there for it. What a silly goose. Oh well, I'll try that later. You already know, I'm a man of culture. Copper spray gasket. Bruh, if you trying to put boost through an LS motor and you ever been on sloppy mechanics, I don't care what you say, that's getting sprayed on that gasket. Even though they say you don't need it, because they already got like a coating on it, I put it on every time. I even put it on that motor. Put it on that motor. Never had a head gasket issue. So guess what? She definitely going on a boosted one. Let's go. It's painting nicely. I feel like Picasso. Man, these mosquitoes are crazy out here right now, bro. Hey, drop a comment down there. Let me know if y'all getting beaten up. What I said, beaten up? I mean, bit up by mosquitoes where y'all live. Down here in South Louisiana, we got nothing but mosquitoes. Sometimes they're big as dogs. You can keep them as pets. Do another coat. 2 coats. Lay it on pretty nicely is about what I do. Man, I like them things that look like a damn copper gasket, but when I'm done. All right, y'all. Taking apart this cylinder head. I got a couple of the springs off already. Put a little WD. I let these heads sit for a little too long and they rusted on me. So I put a little WD on the retainers. Give it a couple whacks with the hammer. Try to get everything loosey-goosey, if you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna set up my little tool I got off of eBay for $20 on it. That's the best little tool you can get, yeah. This little seal, this little spring remover tool. exhaust valves are stuck for me for some reason. Go ahead and pull my retainers out of there. Dang it, y'all. Stuck. There you go. Normally I got a magnet on me for this part. Take my tool out the way. Pull them old springs out. I ain't using that. I'm putting double 660 lift springs. And pull your valves out, y'all. Make sure you keep them in whatever order they're coming out this head. Now I'm gonna pull off all my seals. Just grab it with a pair of channels. See what I'm saying? Umbrella seal. The spring holds them down. Very easy. All right, well, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and finish disassembling all this stuff, cleaning it. I might show y'all that broken bolt removal. I've showed that in past videos, but if y'all new subscribers here, y'all might want to see that. So I'm gonna show y'all how to do that with a little welding machine. All right, let's go ahead and burn that nut hot. Give it a chance to cool off right quick. See if we can untread that broken bolt. And that's it, y'all. Y'all see how easy it is to take that thing out of there? Man, you would have been drilling and tapping all day and still ruin your cylinder head. Would have had to go buy a whole new set. It's way cheaper to find, even if you ain't got a welding machine, it's way cheaper to find a friend with one. Even if you got to give them $10, you know what I'm saying? For their time. Time is money. I don't know what y'all thinking. But all right, y'all saw that. Let me go ahead and finish up. Sayonara, babies. What up, y'all? Cleaning off these cylinder heads right quick. Worst part about an engine build. After y'all get y'all cylinder heads and y'all valves nice and clean, it's time for assembly. But first, you could be the judge of this since it's your engine. You could either go get a valve job, you could do a little hand lapping job yourself, or you could do like me and run them boys as is. Cause I'm reckless. Hey, they were sealing before, they gonna seal again. And these new 660 springs, well, that's more pressure on them. So they gonna hold up. Oh well. Let's get started, y'all. First thing I'm gonna do is install my brand new valve guide seals, umbrella style, which means the spring holds it down and that's it. What I like to do is I put it on there, I get it started. I like to take me a 16 millimeter socket, slip it on there, and just lightly tap it on. All right, next thing you're gonna wanna do is grab your valve, put a light little dab of oil right there on the top just to lubricate it as it's going through your new seal, and it'll put a little lube in the valve guide. Not much, very light. Nice and gentle now, yeah. That's it. right, now, after I get my valves in, I like to take a napkin and ball it up. And then I lay that head down, and it holds them valves up. You like that little trick, huh? All right. Now from here, I take my brand new springs. These are BTR 660 dual springs. I'll go ahead and set them down. After that, I'm gonna go ahead and put my steel retainers on the top. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and install my tool that I used to remove them yesterday. All right, y'all, now after y'all fight y'all locks for about 30 minutes, go ahead and come up with it slow. Make sure your locks fall into that little groove on the valve stem. If everything looks good, go ahead and run your tool off. And that's it, y'all. Not much to installing your valves back, the seal, and your springs. Very easy job. All you need is that little tool that I bought off eBay for $20. Check it out. I got my valve springs in, looking sexy. Let me go ahead and finish all this up so we can go ahead and throw it on that engine and torque them heads. All right, y'all, getting ready to come throw them heads on. Then I'm gonna throw them studs in there, and we're gonna torque them balls down. Throw that other head on, and we're gonna be good to go. All right, the cylinder heads are on. Let's go ahead and put them studs in there. All right, y'all, I'm gonna start installing my studs here. They say the studs just gotta be put in hand tight. I'm just using this to spin them, y'all. ARP says nothing gets lubed except the threads and the bottom of the nut. That's it. Everything else is dry. They also recommended you put the studs in after the head's on like I'm doing now. Normally I would put the studs on, but I'm gonna go with what the manufacturer said. And y'all, I chased all these threads out. I don't know if y'all remember that. I chased them threads with the ARP thread chaser. All right, y'all, I'm on the last pass for torque on this head. I gotta go to 80 foot-pounds. Hoo-wee. 80 a lot, boy. That thing clamped, yo. That thing gonna seal up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and make one more pass on all these big ones. And then I'm gonna torque this top little row to 28 foot-pounds. I'm gonna go do the other side, and then that's it. Heads are on, y'all. She's coming together. Took long enough, golly. Well, all right, y'all. Heads fully torqued, 80 foot-pounds, 28 on these boys. Check out my markings I put on this thing. I want to make sure people be knowing what this thing is, right? Somebody might get this thing 40 years from now and they're going to be like, man, what is this engine? Hey, they ain't going to have to guess. And I'm going to leave my little tests. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to bed for the night. It's been a long day. See y'all tomorrow. What up, y'all? Sunday morning. Final step to this engine build, install this trunnion upgrade in these rockers. As you can see, this rocker is just pressed in, and that needle bearing could easily, under a certain amount of load and RPM, could walk out, right? And send a bunch of needles through your engine. No, that's not good. So, Brian Tooley got a trunnion upgrade kit. Comes with the body, new bearings, but it comes with washers and snap rings to hold that thing from ever failing on you. And that's what we come and put in. So check me out. First thing you gotta do is disassemble your old rocker. Take them old bearings out of there. You're gonna need a 22 millimeter half-inch drive socket and a 13 millimeter half-inch drive socket. I'm just using the extension so that way I got a lot of reach here. I'd have to move my stuff further up, so I'm just using that as a little extender. Put that thing flat side down on that 22 millimeter, y'all. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Stick that thing in there and pump it up. Pump, pump, pump it up. Now go ahead and press that bearing out of there. See how easy that bearing presses out of there? That thing could just fall out in your engine. So I always upgrade them trunnions when applicable. All right, go ahead and take that out. See, everything came out in there. Dump that out. Take that other little bearing out of there. Outer wrist. Now, all you're left with is your rocker. Go ahead and do all your rockers like this. Instead of doing one at a time, I go ahead and disassemble them all, get them in this stage. Then I go and build them up. So let me go ahead and take all these things apart, and I'm going to holler back at y'all. Once you got that bare rocker, go ahead and take one of your new bearings, numbers and letters up, right? Take that sucker, take one of your new assembly washers and set it in there, and just press it on smoothly. All right. Press it until it's flush. All right. Once your new bearing's in, take your trunnion body, put it through there. Gonna look like that. Now you gotta press this bearing in. Put it face down on that washer in that 22 millimeter socket. Take your other bearing. Numbers and letters up. Again. Take your other assembly washer and sit it on top. Y'all really want to make sure everything is square when y'all doing this, y'all. Start pressing it in. Once you're there, go ahead, pull your rock out, take your assembly washers off. Now you're left with this. All that's left to do, install your retaining washers and your snap ring. And that's it, y'all. Y'all got yourselves a BTL trunnion upgrade. Let me go ahead and finish all these up. And I'm going to holler at y'all when I'm putting these on the engine. Torquing all them rockers. Slipping in them push rods. All right, y'all. Time to come install my rocker arms. I'm going to put a little dab of assembly lube on all the valve stems. So nothing crank up dry, you know what I'm saying? Let me come open up my push rods. I gotta put them boys in it. Oh, Lord. And y'all, typically, I measure for push rod length. So, don't just take my word on 7.4 horn, right? Normally measured, but I know these heads ain't never been milled. I know that block never been milled. LS1 lifter, so 7.4 horn, normally never misses a beat. Let me go ahead and clean these things off. They feel like they got stickiness to them. Alright, so I just cleaned them off with some brake cleaner. I blew them all out. Make sure there ain't no trash in there. I'll go ahead and do the same thing. Put a little bit of assembly lube on the bottom of them bars. And I'm going to drop them in. They're pretty much gonna go right where they live, y'all. Alright, put another dab of assembly lube on the top. Grab your rocker with your bolt. I went with them BTR 12-point bars. I normally just put one on each side, just to center up that rail. All right, and y'all could either be sissies and just run them down by hand, or you could do this just to take out all that slack. After you do that, take a little bit of pressure back off and torque them boys to 22 foot-pounds. That's the way I do it, because I'm not scared. But if you really want to, you can find the one with no pressure, where the cam's all the way on its lowest point, torque it, and then spin the cam 180, and then torque the rest. But I just run them boys. I hold that rocker center, and I just slowly run it down. Never had an issue, so you do what you want. I'm crazy, me. And there you go. After this, I gotta put the new seals and grommets on the valve covers, slap them on, and this engine is just about wrapped up, y'all. The other stuff ain't even camera worthy, like slapping in the cam sensor. That's just a poop. I might even hang that turbo manifold on there for you. Put that turbo just for visuals. We're gonna see how I'm feeling, y'all. Alright, y'all, so I will be running Valvoline VR1 2050 in this engine after it's broken in. I'm gonna break this thing in with regular old conventional O'Reilly's 2050. I'm doing that because they got additives in that VR1 that reduce friction. And friction modifiers ain't good for breaking in piston rings. So we're gonna let the good old dinosaur oil do the trick. Then on the first oil change, I'm gonna swap over to Valvoline VR1 2050. I'm gonna go ahead and pour a little oil on top of these rocker arms before I put that valve cover on it. Try to get that whole thing covered in oil. Down the push rod hole, the trunnion, the rocker tip, everything. Try to get it nice and wet. You wouldn't want to go down a dry water slide, would you? No, neither does your engine. All right, let me come put my valve cover gasket on there. And I went ahead and put my little 10AN bung in there. Look nice, huh? Ooh-wee, that look good, huh? All right, y'all, once y'all got y'all new gasket on, go ahead and put that on there like so. After you put your grommets on your bolts, go ahead and put them in the head. Sometimes they could be hard to start, y'all. My old lady out there screaming at them damn children. Got brother-in-law's little girl out there, probably running around in the road or something. Once you get them all started, go ahead and torque them to 106 inch-pounds. Hey, and this one's very critical because I have messed them treads up in them heads before by over-tightening these things. It don't take much. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and knock out the other side, and then I'm gonna hang that turbo for visual effects. All right, y'all. The moment we've all been waiting for. I'm sure y'all were wondering what I was gonna do to mount this turbo. Well, as you could have guessed, I went with that $150 eBay special cast turbo log. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This one's probably one of the better ones I've seen because I bought a few of these before. Never used them. Bought them and sold them. But yeah, check it out. Take a little burr bit, clean up all this casting. And then she gonna look pretty. I might even Cerakote it right quick. The faces look good, the flange faces. I might pass a little hone on it just for rits and giggles for my safety. But man, check out these off ports. I've seen them plenty worse than this. Some of them I've seen get as small as a freaking ½ inch right here. Like the casting. But this one, check it out, bro. That thing wide open. Nice little O2 bung. Let me go ahead and hang it on that mortar. Man, all the bolt holes line up pretty good. Once I remove some of that casting flash, spark plugs are going to be pretty easy to get to too. I don't see any issues with this thing so far. I mean, we'll know more when we get it on the truck, right? But as of right now, that's a nice little manifold. Let's hang that turbo for good looks. Ooh, y'all, I just got 10 times more hype for this build. Putting together an engine is all fun and games, right? But when you actually hang that turbo on your built motor finally and get to cruise back and look at it, really makes you hype. Well, that's it, y'all. Engine build video, what this is, part 3 or 4. I can't remember no more. It's complete. I'm gonna say next video is gonna be cleaning up that engine bay and dropping this motor in. What y'all think about that? I love it. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that little subscribe button for me. Appreciate y'all watching. Until next time. Later, y'all.